Lead Forensics has been voted one of the best places to work for women.
To celebrate this, I sat down with a few of the exceptional women who work for our company to get their insight on Lead Forensics and their experiences of the professional world.
This conversation is with Kim Brosnan, Chief People Officer for Lead Forensics. Hi Kim.
Hello.
You alright?
Yeah.
Jolly good. Right, so let's get stuck into this chat, shall we? Kim, what was your very, very first job?
My first job was an HR assistant. I studied psychology at university and I wasn't really sure whether I wanted to do vocational, sort of go into therapy, that side of things, or HR. So I found a job actually in social services in a London borough, and I thought, well, that'll give me a good insight. I can do the HR bit and see what it's like to work, you know, amongst sort of social workers and things like that. And I stuck with HR.
What do you like about working at Lead Forensics?
I think, well, quite a lot. So I think the sector that we work in is really interesting. So, you know, we're a SaaS business, so we're constantly evolving. The sector is changing, so there's a lot of variety. I think because of the sector and just because of the nature of the business, sort of personality of the business, it suits people that like pace. So there's a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. And we've got really ambitious goals. So I think when you put all that together, it's a very sort of can-do culture.
Absolutely.
So that's what I like about it.
What and how have you developed your core values? What are your core values? How have you developed them? Sorry, I should word that better.
I would say, I think the most important thing is that your values sort of are consistent, probably for the role that you're in. So one of my key values is independence. So I think for women that's a really important value to have, but also my role, what it does, it allows me to be objective. So in HR, you've got to be able to see sort of different perspectives, you know, the employees plus the business. So I think that's quite key. I would say integrity is another one. So you know, being true to oneself about what we do, but also, you know, say what we're going to do would be key. I don't think you could work here and not be accountable. So, you know, delivering. So if we say we're going to do it, you know, we do it. And then I think, you know, HR sometimes has a bit of a sort of stereotype, a bit of a bad rep sometimes. Like, you know, they're with a police force, you know, disguise. And I don't think it needs to be like that. I think that you know, you spend a lot of time at work, so it's really nice to come somewhere where you can have a little bit of fun, you know, have a laugh, enjoy yourself. So rather than be sort of too sort of suited and booted and uptight, so I quite like to have sort of humour and a bit of fun as well.
Linking slightly into sort of the independence that you spoke of there, being a key component of, not a key component, being a key sort of characteristic of value for women then. What, or if there are any, what would you like to see change in your industry then for women?
Well, I don't know if this links really to independence as such, but I do think that there's a whole host of things that need to change. Not just for HR, but generally for women in the workplace. So I think if we go back to that independence, maybe in taking different perspectives, you know, I think it's really important that employers acknowledge the fact that, you know, people have different needs throughout life. So, you know, when you're young, you know, you might not need so much flexibility, but as you have children and the support coming back into the workplace, it's really key. And it's these sorts of things that enable women to continue with their independence and continue to work, because without economic independence, life is tough. So I think that key is really, really important. As women, you know, we sometimes feel that some of our natural strengths aren't as important. So things like relationship building, empathy, collaboration. You know, sometimes women have a different style to men, and it doesn't mean that it's not as good, or, you know, it's of equal value and equal worth. And I think sometimes businesses generally don't value them as much. And I think that work would be so much better if they did. So I think for women, being proud of those, you know, not denying them, and you know, using them to their full potential.
It's interesting as well, the question that is very, very often asked of successful women that is never asked of successful men is the question about families and that sort of thing, because there's sort of this stigma around women in work who want to start a family. They're perhaps seen as less valuable to their employers.
I agree with you completely.
Good. Well, that's all right.
Yeah, I think for women in the workplace, until there's more balance at home with you know, both parents taking a key role, then it will be lopsided. So you have to go that sort of extra mile. I definitely established myself as a manager before, and that was conscious, you know, before having children. So yeah, and I was very fortunate. I had a very, very good male boss that gave me some flexibility, you know, when I came back to work. It was an all male dominated environment, but he believed in equality and wanted to do more. So yeah, I was quite you know, fortunate in that respect.
And who inspires or who has inspired you?
I think, and I never thought I'd say this because I'm not a royalist, but I actually think the Queen is incredible. I mean, she's 96 years old. She's still working. She's navigated wars, politics, some real family issues.
Drama, yeah.
And I just think, you know, she's 96. You know, her level of service to the country definitely needs to be respected.
So just to sort of round up then, and just to finish on this, what single piece of advice would you give to women who are just starting out in their careers? There's one golden rule you can say to, right, if nothing else, ensure this, do this, don't do this.
That's really hard.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why I ask it last.
Thank you. I think the best bit of advice I could give someone is to build a strong network of like-minded people. They can be male or female, but I'm incredibly lucky. I've got some really good friends in my network who will tell me how it is, and I trust them completely. So, you know, if I need to get a second opinion, or, you know, if I'm having a bad day, which, you know, we all do, I know that there are people that I can sort of pick up the phone to, go out with, mull things over. They'll stretch me, they'll challenge me. I think everybody needs that.
Kim, this has been a really, really lovely chat. I really enjoyed talking to you, and you've enjoyed coming and chatting to me and Cosmin. And thanks very much. Cheers.
Thank you.